In March 2020, Anymind announced the acquisition of Pocket Mobile Ads, providing greater opportunities for marketers and publishers to tap on in-app advertising, adding to Anymind's existing offerings in web and DOOH advertising, influencer marketing, publisher monetization, and now D2C. 1 year later, we're here with Rohit Sharma and Vaibhav Odekar, co-founders of Pocket. So let's dive right in. The first question, the acquisition happened during the pandemic. What was the experience like, and were there any memorable moments?
Yeah, I think when the acquisition happened, and it happened right before the whole pandemic started and India was going through a huge lockdown, we were very apprehensive because one of the biggest things about an acquisition is how does the post-merger integration happens, and how do things move forward. But to our pleasant surprise, it has been one of the most seamless and very efficient, kind of PMIs that has happened. Obviously, uh, it took us a while to uh, get to know the teams and work together. But in a nutshell, in hindsight, I feel that in spite of COVID, in spite of not meeting people, uh, we have done a very seamless integration post the acquisition, and things seem to be working the right way as we had decided when the deal was happening.
Just to add, you know, like typically in a marriage, you enter not really knowing, you just flirted till that time. But the way I looked at it, there was no guiding principle, there was no framework that this has to be done. Became so seamless and effortless, and which is what adds to the beauty. It was not pre-decided that this person will do this and we will force a merger or an integration between teams. It kept on happening, kept on building, and I think today, just like a family, there is no difference between thinking. We are all aligned, extremely transparent and candid with each other. So really love the last 12 months, and it doesn't seem like 12 months, and we've not met in person, but very happy with it.
Yeah, speaking of playbooks, like I'm very sure there is no playbook on how to do a PMI during a pandemic, which also leads me to the next question. So both of you have been appointed to Anymind's board of directors. Can you give us an idea of the synergies with between you guys and Sogo, Otto, and Kizo?
Yeah, I see again. Sogo, I believe, is a super visionary. Love his energy and passion. Otto, on the other hand, complements him very well in terms of how he's super clued on operations. He's solving problems, and obviously, uh, for people who know Kezo, and we know he never sleeps, and he brings a very strong business acumen along with his finance understanding. I think uh, they are a great team. I personally believe both me and VB have also kind of, obviously there are cultural differences. We can't say that there are no cultural differences, but I think me and VB have also gelled very well on the board in terms of clear responsibilities, what we bring to the table. And I also believe that because we all sleep, eat, breathe a common vision, which is hyper growth for the company. So that brings all, that takes away all cultural differences, that takes away anything, any other thing, but brings tremendous synergies and a common objective of the board to build a large hyper growth company. I think that's where we see all of us fitting in. And obviously VB can have his own point of view.
Yeah, I think as you know, certain processes were extremely well defined in the group before we came in, and on the specific topic of board of directors, if you see, Rohit first came in, I came in maybe a couple of months later, and it was a pretty warm welcome. You know, I agree with Rohit that the agenda and top as a underlying thing is growth, and you know good prospect building for the company. We, with certain product, certain understanding, certain management style, and in a overall way, dividing roles and responsibilities among the five of us, have been able to, continue that momentum, grow towards a larger number. And you know in that way, again, overall, sort of synchronize well with each other. There are certain strengths each of us bring. Obviously there are underlying weaknesses also, which gets, sort of nullified because of the way other person drives it. And I completely agree, there are areas which, are huge strength areas which Rohit bring over here. There are, Kezo has his own strengths, so each of us have. And good part is it's defined, it's articulated, it's known well among the five of us. And there is very clear transparency even when we talk internally, that this is, this needs to change or this needs to improve, and this is where we continue to grow. So those are the positives of how I look at it.
And by the way, just to add one more point, again, I think this is not a typical Japanese company. Sogo's vision is to build a global organization. He wants to build a team which thinks global. And therefore, these are conscious efforts by, and you have to give it to him and Otto, these are conscious efforts by them to build a leadership team which is global, which is also not very easy even for them to kind of have people from different cultures coming on the board. And also I think it's a very, very interesting global vision of Sogo, which is also helping us kind of synergize well there.
Interesting. So you mentioned about culture. So also in terms of work culture from the board of directors to employees, were there any difficulties finding synergy?
I would not lie and say that no, there were no difficulties. Obviously, the biggest difficulty was COVID, because you cannot travel, because you cannot meet people. It becomes a challenge. But you know what, Chris? Again, if you look at both the organizations, we have been more or less in similar markets, right? Uh, Pocket for the last 7 years has been accustomed and cognizant about the nuances of each of the markets in Southeast Asia or Japan, or for that matter Middle East. And so has Anymind been in those markets. So I think that's been a strength actually, because we know culturally how these markets work. We know that there's no one size that fits all. So therefore I think in that sense it has worked well for us. But yeah, I would not deny that there is nothing like uh, sitting with a co-worker, having a beer, breaking the ice and bonding, which has not happened. But yeah, I think overall, from a work culture point of view, from the board to the teams, if we could have met, if we could have spent more time in person, would obviously be disproportionately better. But it has not been that big a challenge.
Very similar thoughts is what I have. See, for somebody sitting in US as a Western market looking at Southeast Asia, one might say it's a cluster. But being here, we all know Vietnam and Thailand and Malaysia are extremely different markets. So similarly, Middle East as a cluster of 7 countries is not the same. So I think over the last 5-7 years, we've matured enough to understand there are cultural differences, there are work style differences, there are, whatever number of hours or what, everything is different in each market. And the the good part is, if you have an open mind, you embrace such changes. And most importantly, even as individuals learn from these changes. I think those are things which makes a strong team. And I would say from both sides, we are talking of the way the Anymind board and the whole team looked at us and not said as an outsider. And similarly, the whole of our team, how well they gelled, understood the growth as an opportunity, and accepted. I'm sure there are flaws, there are ways people find gaps and differences in each other, but the the mature people or the growth driven people will say these are the advantages and how can I drive with that. So that's my opinion.
So also when we announced the acquisition 1 year ago, one of the reasons why this was a good fit for both companies is because there was a lot of strong initial synergy between both companies. So how does that synergy look like today?
See, I think the underlying synergy is definitely there and is progressing. If we go business by business, there were advertising side strengths. We had the mobile technology and platform which Pocket had was there. Similarly, we knew the publisher business, the any tag and influencer marketing business were not something we have in our market. And the beauty was, it could had it from a time perspective. I think it got condensed even with no travel. The way today we talk with, the whole Hitoshi and his team, or the way Kaho and team trained us on the Anytag as a platform, the way Aditya Aima picked up certain of the agency business within 6 months and made it good, the way India and Middle East launched Anytag within 6 months. I think those are uh, irrespective of COVID or no, we couldn't had said this will happen in 3 months. So I think synergies were very clearly identified, and I won't say we've achieved everything which we wished for. It's just been a year. It's a long journey ahead of us. So there's a lot more to be done and achieved. But across markets where we could have the low hanging ones, we've done that. Certain markets we've still identified and are very clear that the next 3 to 6 months are focused for growth in those markets, and bringing in businesses in the other markets is also an ongoing process. But most of the, if you have to go a checklist wise achievements, I think has been done in the first year, which is how it was planned.
Yeah, I think agreed. Not more to add here. I feel with our kind of organizations, synergies is also a continuous kind of a ongoing thing. We will continue to create, think of new synergies and build more stuff. But just one point from my side, right during March, right after the acquisition last year, me, VB, and Sogo, Otto, and Kezo sat down and actually we made a checklist of these are the synergies that we should look at. And I think, as VB mentioned, if not all, I think 90% of them have either been achieved or we have taken a step towards seeing them achieving very soon. So I think it's a great feat in spite of not being able to, maybe maybe as Vaibhav said, maybe COVID has put extra pressure on us to condense it and achieve it faster. But yeah, I think I am very impressed with all of us and the whole teams. By the way, and this is also thanks a lot to all the leadership teams across all markets, which have helped us a lot, which couldn't have been done without their help. But yeah, I think as if you look at, we have checked most of the boxes that we, you know, uh, thought to do in the last year.
So also, if you could go back to 1 year ago, is there anything that you would do differently today?
Precisely 1 year ago, I would short the stock market and made millions of money. But coming to the specific thing, I think, we do things with certain expectations. And again, not for this group, but I personally and genuinely feel a lot of what we had thought of has been achieved. It is, and rather it has been, you really can't define how on what you really want in 2 years. But to me personally, never has it felt that, it's a different company or a different structure. It is still as much of an ownership which is there, and as much of a passion. Every day you give yourself and drive the business. So honestly, I think it is, it for whatever reason, maybe COVID helped it with so many more video calls we were not doing earlier. But I personally feel we've done better, or at least, as dream come true sort of an achievement as could have been envisioned earlier.
I also feel on the business side, I don't think on the integration on the business side, uh, we have any regrets or things could, uh, you know, uh, we could have expected things to be any better. I think we are very happy the way everything has transpired. I think the only for me uh, two things. One, I wish I was traveling to Japan so often. I wish I could have some Japanese sushi and sake, which is not happening. But on a serious note, as I mentioned earlier, I think our businesses are about people. What we could have, because of the whole travel thing, the only thing is that bond with people when you still can't take away the physical or the personal bonding you get with someone when you meet or sit with them, and especially your co-workers and colleagues. I think if given a choice, that is one thing we could change in terms of if travel would have allowed. But yeah, I think otherwise, most of the things that we destined out to do are kind of happening in that sense.
So yeah, we've talked about what happened in the past. So looking ahead into the future, what can marketers expect from us moving forward?
Sure. So I think, as we said earlier, there are certain things which are still there. We believe markets like Hong Kong, Taiwan, Japan are where further growth is there. The whole of Southeast Asia as a cluster, Thailand and Philippines again are at the cusp of growth, both on mobile and overall in digital marketing. Influencer marketing as a business in India and Middle East is has having huge growth potentials. So I think by and large, the larger vision which we've always had of hyper growth, and it doesn't seem to be hitting any roadblocks. Certain way digitization and spends toward overall digital marketing has increased. Consumption of content on on all formats has increased. E-commerce has increased. So I think the group is positioned in a pretty uh, comfortable position of how we see at the future. As a team, we've been growing. We have very strong mid-tier management folks who are managing independent markets and taking responsibilities. So the way I look, I think in digital, you don't look beyond 2 years most of the time because the larger landscape might change. But for the next 2 years, there is absolute no stopping the way Anymind growth is envisioned.
See, I feel that there is no doubt that any mind today is by far one of the fastest growing digital groups in this part of the world, right? Uh, and the good part is, uh, uh, in the last couple of years, Pocket, for all its product and services, has also built a very strong brand for the marketeers in the region. I think the partnership, and by the way, we are not the only one. Anymind Group has done multiple acquisitions in the last uh, couple of years to add more and more products and services to the offering. So I think it is for the market, for the marketeers. We are today a very strong player, from mobile marketing to web marketing to influencer and going into D2C, to talk to their customers in whatever touch points they want to. And the way I think the group is synergizing across product, services, and data is another thing which, you know, in all markets where we are, marketeers and companies would love it. So I think, yeah, it's a going forward. We have very strong comprehensive offerings, which will only continue to see huge growth.